All right, so before we even begin podcasting for episode 5, we've got something very interesting. I just wanted to get your reaction. So, JP and myself used to podcast with an old friend named Jessie, who no longer podcasts with us, but she did leave her headset.
She's too busy making babies and stupid stuff like that.
She's on baby number 2.
Oh, wow.
So she left her headset here in the studio. So JP needed a headset, and I thought, hey, well, actually, you requested these.
I did.
So I'm going to put a picture of them up here in just a minute, so you'll see Matt's reaction. But I told Matt not to look so we could catch his reaction.
I haven't looked at all. I haven't even tried to sneak a peek.
All right, so here we go, Matt. Take a look at JP.
I hope we're not building this up so much. I'm going to turn around and wow.
That's silly.
You look like a third grade girl's dream.
These are white headphones.
Hold on. Come a little bit closer. Let's see what we got here.
A lot of third grade girls dream about me.
Okay.
Let's not. Don't ever tell anyone that.
As a mentor, like the Boys and Girls Club,
right?
Like a big brother, big sister thing. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, those are all like generic stickers.
That's Lisa Frank. She brought a whole Lisa Frank book thing in here and put stickers all over.
I've destroyed plenty of my sister's Lisa Frank's stuff.
Who is this Lisa Frank? Is she related to Anne Frank?
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh man.
Nope, not at all.
She's the one who didn't survive?
Wait.
That's Anne.
Yeah.
All right, so
Anne
episode
didn't survive?
5.
What? I never finished reading her diary.
Oh yeah, no. It ends abruptly.
Oh jeez.
All right, episode 5 of The Walking Dead. We're moving into a new one. I actually really enjoyed this episode. I'm guessing you didn't.
It was okay. I was kind of bored. I wrote down. I usually write down a few notes. I wrote 3 things.
I liked it better than last week's.
Oh,
yeah, I agree.
Thanks. Great.
I did.
As always.
I did.
Just from the outside looking in.
I did have one major qualm.
Ooh, what is that?
It was about Jesus. They haven't revealed it on the show, but we know Jesus is gay.
Right.
Did they have to give him the most stereotypical, gay job ever? He's a florist, basically.
Is that the gayest job ever?
What's
Would
gayer?
you consider that?
Hey, you know what? And I'm not stereotyping here, but I do know about 2 or 3 men between here and the town over that are rumored to be.
I've never known a florist who was
home designers. Home designers.
It goes hand in hand.
Oh, you're talking about what would be the gayest job?
What would be the gayest job? Like, I don't know, stereotypically gay job. I imagine like home decor. She's gonna have really good style. Gay prostitution.
Then you have to actually partake in.
But there's a lot of
technically okay.
A lot of straight drug addicts go into gay prostitution to fuel their habits.
All right, look, we're here to talk about The Walking Dead and not
you remember the
satiating.
So wait, so you're saying that it's I don't know though. I think it adds to his stoicness. No, this is about the show. I promise. It adds to Jesus' stoicness or what the inner beast kind of thing because we saw that he's kind of a badass.
Yeah, I just feel like they're dropping little
tranquility.
He's
I don't know. I don't think so.
I didn't care.
I haven't seen it yet.
Why can't he whittle?
The only reason I know he's gay is because you guys have told me that he's gay.
Yeah.
Why can't he whittle? That's I can't whittle. That's a very difficult thing to do. That's like waxing your shoes or making a newspaper. You gotta wax your shoes. Shine your shoes.
I just never heard it referred as wax before.
Yeah.
So actually, we got to stop too. Well, not stop, but I'm going to pause and say that we have gotten up to almost 280 subscribers.
That's really exciting.
Really exciting. We're stoked. That's like 50 up from or more than what we had, or 40 at least. I don't know. I was bad.
Terrible at math. Yeah.
It's a lot more than we had. So please, we want our milestone. Of course, our realistic goal for the end of the year is to try to do something and get up to 1,000. So at least help us right now get up to 300.
Short of murdering JP, what are we going to do?
I have no idea, but we're going to make it happen. 1,000 is the goal.
First live murder on YouTube. You heard it here first.
No, you didn't.
I think people have had their heads cut off on YouTube.
No, okay.
This is for the sole purpose of subscribers, though. Like, we're not getting vengeance or anything. You're willing to take it, right? Have those little sticker pink headphones just kind of fall to the ground on your lifeless corpse.
So in a much more realistic note, take this account and share it with your Walking Dead friends.
You'll reattach my head right after. Right?
Absolutely. That's how we should run all of our contests. We should, what we should do is
to take off JP's head.
No. What we should do is get a subscriber number. Once we get to it, get a list of all of our subscribers and pool.
That's a good idea. Can you do that?
One of our,
you can find out the names of your subscribers.
You can see who all subscribes.
Oh.
I mean, you can get their screen.
That'd be cool.
So, get us up to 300. And we've got several prizes waiting. We could say
the first one we'll give away.
Get us up to 300. And I can't call you deadheads. I'm trying to think of what our listeners could be called.
Why not?
Because the Grateful Dead.
That creates a conversation. You can be like, I'm a deadhead. Oh, Grateful Dead or Walking Dead?
Right. But so get us up to 300, and we will pull one of your names out of a hat. Anybody is qualified, even if you've won in the past. We're pulling a random name out the hat. So share us with your friends. Get us up to 300 subscribes, and we'll give away a really cool Walking Dead.
That's not that many more subscribers.
It's not. That's
really easy.
Like 20 more to do. So just get your friends, just share it on Facebook, whatnot. So all right, about episode 5. We're like 5 minutes about everything but episode 5.
No, we did talk a little bit about Jesus.
We talked about Jesus and what the gayest job in the world would be. All right, so this episode, I'm with JP. I liked it better than last week's. I did like last week's, but I felt a little bored last week. I'm like, this one, you got some cool developments on the way. I mean, we've got, actually, you were talking about, as they pulled off, was Carl in the back of the truck, and he wasn't, but now he is.
And apparently unarmed in the comic, he had a big old machine gun.
Abraham's
he doesn't have his revolver?
gun.
I don't know.
That's
Why
right.
wouldn't he have his? No, but didn't he have a revolver when he was walking down the street? When he was walking down the road with Enid.
Oh,
he had his
I thought
revolver,
Negan
his
took all their
pistol, and
revolvers.
I thought he had.
I have to check because Negan took all their pistols. He took all of their guns. Every last one.
I don't know what I was seeing.
The real question is, does he still have his roller skates?
Right.
They said.
Oh my God.
I watched a little bit of The Talking Dead, and they said that when he read the script, that was his first thing he said was, "Are you serious? I have to roller skate in this issue?"
Awesome.
You know, you would never expect to have to roller skate in the zombie apocalypse, but. Hey, we got a little love sprouting up between Carl and Enid. And I wonder if they're going to kind of, and if you read the comics, you know what I'm talking about, but Alpha's daughter, I wonder if they're going to start kind of using her to sub in for that. Carl has a little bit of a romantic relationship with a girl, and I'm wondering if, and you know, two things we discussed. JP wasn't able to join us for one, but we talked about the Morse code. Did you listen to our podcast?
Yeah, Morse code.
What happened?
There's a chance that, and if you didn't listen to our Morse Code podcast, you could definitely go back and listen to
our
it.
podcast in your free time.
We need your support, JP.
I mean, this is the reason that we're going to kill you. I don't understand
when
what
we're
you want
at
us
home.
to do.
Matt's texting me, and I'm texting him, and we're listening to the podcast, judging you hardcore.
It's on cycle.
I've got
Bluetooth.
I've got like data issues on my phone, and I've got.
You have unlimited internet at your house, JP.
JP.
The speakers on my laptop are
satellites and fiber optics.
They're really muffled.
Okay, well, you have headphones, some pretty headphones on your head right now.
They're very pretty. They took a good 7 years off of you.
Yeah,
really?
Oh yeah, you.
I've been wanting to take 7 years off for a while now.
Okay, I get it. That was a vacation joke. Okay, right.
Okay, so. But yeah, so what they're saying is a possibility if you go back and watch not last night's but last week's episode that Rick and Daryl had a somewhat of a short conversation through Morse code because Daryl blinked what looked to be the Morse code equivalent of like I east, like go east, like the saviors are east.
How many blinks for east?
I have no idea.
Apparently, Rick, like a lot in a very short time.
Rick supposedly took the baseball bat, and I hadn't. So if this has been disproven, I'm sorry. I guess we are idiots because I just hadn't read that yet. A lot of I've seen a lot of. But so another thing they're saying is that in the episode where we see the preview where it's Heath and Tara, and Heath looks like he's in trouble, that we might actually see the Whisperers early. That's the rumor that the Whisperers will be there early.
Daryl should have just like poked his tongue in the side of his cheek in which direction the Savior compound was.
Well, and check this out. I have to go back and read more on it, but there's a possibility that Morgan referenced the Whisperers back in season 3 when Rick finds him and he's going crazy. I think he mentioned something about the dead talking. But you think it's a metaphor, like, I hear a voice, whatever. I'd have to go back and watch the episode, but I saw the headline, I think it was comicbook.com, had an article saying that Morgan may have referenced the Whisperers earlier.
They were like still way down in Georgia at the time, so that means there'd be Whisperers way down south.
Maybe they've migrated. Hey, they do follow the herd.
That would be nuts.
But so they do say that, like, the Whisperer, well, you don't know that the Whisperers, but the zombies you see in the previews, they've shown them several times. They do look off. Like, I can show you guys a picture of it. They do look a little off from the standard zombie. So it's a very good possibility that the Whisperers may arrive a little early. Which actually would be cool to me because, we don't have to wait for the continuity. It'd be cool to see how it all goes. But so, all right, last night's episode, let's see, what developments do we have? Obviously, Maggie, we find out, has been a psycho girlfriend on more than one occasion.
She's dealing with her grief well.
Yeah, she is.
That was cool watching that little monster truck scene. That was nice.
I thought that was a really cool scene. It came in, how the car rolled in. And
did Negan and them do that?
Yes, the Saviors did that.
At first, I thought it was Gregory. He was having some kind of like zombie ballet with the classical music.
I just love to decorate.
I thought it was a dream at first. I thought that they were dreaming because the zombies just stroll on in, and I'm like, okay, this has got to be a dream. But so Gregory,
he's a coward.
He's a bitch.
He's a crap.
Yeah. He's a bitch. Tried to give. He was going to actually give them up.
Well, now but, that I'm not so sure about.
I think him and Jesus' conversation confirmed that he was going to give them up.
That's not what I took from it, because that closet he went into was stocked full of like stuff. There wouldn't have been any room for anyone to stand in there. I think Gregory kind of saved the day.
I think Gregory. I'll go back and rewatch it, but I'm pretty sure that they confirmed with his conversation with Jesus. Like Gregory's like, I told you to put him in the closet, and Jesus is like, you didn't say which closet.
I know what you're saying,
blah, blah, blah,
but I feel like there's layers there.
Is this kind of in line with your Carl's Day? Actually, the one dead,
which by the way has not been fully disproved.
Oh, so how did Jesus see him at the end of the episode?
See who?
He's Jesus.
Oh, that's true. That's very true. Speaking of Jesus and the whole scene with the car and the fire and everything, we got to like straight up Jean-Claude Van Damme style flying kick.
Yeah, that's the way he is in the comics. He uses a lot of kicks in the comics. You know.
He's in tremendous shape.
It's like I've told Matt earlier. Matt says that what they're trying to do is say that you don't have to be big, and their actions are speaking louder than. Yeah. But I mean, man, they keep casting some tiny people in these roles
because you have to match up now. It's like the whole Tom Cruise thing. He hires people who are short because he's only like 5'5" or something.
But I mean, Jesus is beyond shorter. Which actually, a commenter side note, speaking about height, before I forget, someone had commented and said that Jeffrey Dean Morgan actually is about 6'2". Mm-hmm. See, I've seen him at Comic-Con. And I thought he looked to be about the same height as Rick, but apparently he's a little bit taller. I thought maybe it was like
I wish I was a little bit
like
taller.
They were making. But so apparently Jeffrey Dean Morgan's quite the tall fella. But so you think Gregory did that to save the day?
In his own way, I think he did.
I think Gregory's a bitch.
Yeah, now that's actually that's not right to call him a bitch, because that's not fair to bitches.
No, it's not, because he's beyond that. He's far more of just a. Could you throw baby back bitch?
Ooh,
baby back in front of bitch, make it more justified.
Yeah, sure.
He's got great taste in whiskey, though.
It was a Scotch, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Scotch is whiskey. Yeah. Sorry. And then Trevor. I'm going to call him Trevor. I forget his character name, but he's straight up Trevor from Grand Theft Auto 5. That's all I could hear.
Stephen Hogg.
That's it. Stephen Hogg.
Simon.
That's it. And that's my new thing. I'm your Negan. I want people out there. I want you to find your significant other at some point today, and I want you to go to them and say, "I'm your Negan." Just look them straight in the eye and say, "I'm your Negan."
I'm your Negan.
Whisper it to him. Like, you'd be like Rick going full at it in bed,
Rick
just
says that
doing
to be shown while they're doing the
whisper
dirty?
in their ear.
I'm your Negan.
Oh man, I love that kiss between Michonne and
that was
Rick.
nice. That was love.
She was like, "Baby, we don't know if we're gonna see each other again. It ain't gonna be no peck on the cheek." And she planted one on him.
She put that tongue down in there. Yo. I think there's a little tongue. I think it slipped out a little.
Why not?
That wouldn't be a bad time to leave. Sometimes I would die on that note.
Sometimes I just have to step back and listen to you two.
Except for the fact that they don't have a lot of oral hygiene supplies, so I don't know if I'd be like full on like.
No, he just got her some toothpaste. Remember?
Yeah, that's what made them have.
That's
What
got them. Maybe that's why she's kissing him all the time.
I thought it was a roll of mints. Was it toothpaste?
I thought it was toothpaste.
Oh, that's right. I thought it was.
No, she said we're out of toothpaste.
She wanted toothpaste, but he couldn't get it.
Either way, he got her something to help with oral hygiene. So she could crush one of those up, put some water, switch it around, and use a towel to.
You know what? In those times, though, you just watch two of your friends get their skulls crushed with a baseball bat. I don't think you even really care.
No, I would be thinking about it. Oral hygiene is very important.
Could you imagine if just Rick leaned over to something to me, shown he was like, while while Glenn is getting his head bashed in, he's like, "Your breath smells like shit."
I just want to let you know when this is said and done, those mints I got for you. Mm-hmm. Take him some bitches.
At this point, I mean, because in the other episode, didn't he fart and she looked over like, "What the fuck? You just farted in bed? How dare you?"
Did he really?
Yeah. No, he didn't really. But she looked like he did.
Where did
it's subtext. It's just like the Morse code thing. You can't tell, but she's farting in Morse code.
I didn't watch much of it, but I saw a little bit of The Talking Dead after, and I would highly advise everyone to go back at least to watch. I'm pretty sure Gregory has got like a severe crush on Jesus. It is hilarious to go back and watch it and actually
with that aspect in mind now, huh?
Yeah, it's interesting to watch. Yeah. But Kevin Smith was on there, so I like Kevin Smith a lot. So it was cool to see him.
Oh yeah, he's cool.
He's told us how he would survive the zombie apocalypse.
His episode of The Flash is tomorrow.
Fellatiate his way through the zombie apocalypse.
I was never sure what the verbalization of fellatio was, but I guess it would be
fellatiate.
Yeah.
That's a weird.
Oh, we talked about prostitution earlier, everything, and homosexual prostitution. So
full circle. Wrap it up, guys. Great episode. I give it a 7. All right, have a great day. I'm Justin. Night. I'm Matt. I'm JP. Take it easy. Oh, what was that? Man.
Kevin Smith?
No, that was at Tracy Morgan. Those are his blowjob noises. I borrowed them from him.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't take
How
credit
are you
for
familiar
those.
with
He did him on the Howard Stern show.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one of his best interviews, dude.
Oh, yeah. Who?
Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan's or Howard Stern's?
Both. They have such great chemistry.
Oh, nice.
I bet they do.
I'm a big fan.
So, recent developments, we've now established officially that Jesus is a badass. We saw a little bit that he could fight, but now we know he can fight. Let's see.
Sasha was looking like a badass with that cigar in her mouth, sharpening that knife.
Maybe this will be a psycho thing. Maybe she'll develop a Abraham alternate
that would be
personality.
So crazy.
I mean, I honestly, diehard fans, I'm joking, but still, I mean, she's got the cigar. What if she starts like peace signing herself? Like she's like throws the peace sign up, then she turns around, and she's like, I mean, she could.
How was it Jesus that said? What was he said about Abraham? He could make him smile and wince at the same time. That was a good way to describe it.
Yeah, it was. You know something interesting too. You know, on the Talking Dead, what they do is they have these quizzes. It's 3 questions.
Tell me more,
of
Justin.
what happened in the show. And
I don't watch the
majority of the audience got it wrong. Last night.
Are you for real?
Yeah, it was several.
Well, their first getting wrong was allowing
right.
that short little. Never mind. Go ahead.
Oh, you saw Chris Hardwick, and you didn't even say anything threatening to him.
I did, but I just didn't tell you that I said it because I didn't want you to be jealous of me.
And what did you say?
I said something about his mother and something about his wife and his children that haven't been born yet. I didn't make it personal about him, just said about everyone that he loves.
I'm pretty sure that's still kind of personal.
I said hateful stuff.
I know where your wife and your
I didn't say anything. I got nothing against him. It's just.
You just don't like him?
You don't like the women in this
Maybe
life.
if I get to know him, that could be it. Maybe if I get to know him, I'll like him. But for all intents and purposes,
I like him a lot. And again, I have to say, I said this off the mic, but thank you for using that term correctly.
I like that word
Intense.
a lot. Intense
and
purposes. Yeah.
Not intensive purpose.
No.
And side note for everyone, if you say I could care less.
I couldn't care
You're telling someone, but what you're saying is,
less.
if you say I could care less, which is what a lot of people say incorrectly, you're saying, I don't like this, but there's a lot of things I dislike more. So if you want to say this is the least of my, the last thing I'm worrying about, I couldn't care less.
Couldn't care less.
Just throwing it out there. I hear that a lot. I hear a lot of intensive purposes. It's like, man, your purposes are intense.
Yes,
and then I also hear a lot of people saying that could care less.
What's that face, Jay?
Are you perplexed?
I've got like
Do you have an intensive purpose?
A burnt spot on the inside of my mouth, and I'm kind of chewing on it because
don't do that. It makes it worse.
But it's raw. But it kind of
JP
hurts,
got out of bed
good.
for this podcast.
That's
folks,
really.
so
I've been a little under the weather.
He actually tried not to be here. But we basically told him, that he had to, or he was fired.
We're in such a closed environment. I didn't want to get you fellas sick. You make your living with your throats, and I don't want to infect your throat.
We also work in radio.
There's got to be a better way to say that. Yeah, that was good.
So I just didn't want to infect anyone.
But no, I like what Sasha's becoming, and
I'm not a big Sasha fan. I mean, I am liking her now. I'm starting to like her, but I'm just. It's going to be a while. Maggie, of course, badass, but we already knew that. I'm trying to think here. With Simon,
that's
definitely.
The thing, not much happened in this episode.
No, it did. I just, you got talking about throat work and prostitution and all these things in my mind.
And that's just the episode.
But, so developments. Obviously, Rick going scavenging.
Yeah.
They're out on a scavenging run. Carl is now in the back of the truck with Jesus. See, in the comic, he didn't have Jesus. There's so many. I'm going to stop myself. There's so many jokes I want to crack, but I'm not. I need to talk about this episode. I mean,
just okay. Let your beast out.
No, because people listen to us because they want to hear us discuss The Walking Dead.
Really? Is that why they listen to us?
Yes, that's why the majority listen to us.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
But, he's got Jesus with him. Just so many things I could say that I'm not dirty jokes, but just it's so funny because to say he's in the back of the truck.
Do one,
with Jesus,
just throw one out.
I don't want
shoot one out.
No. No.
Okay.
All right, but no. So you got Jesus and Carl on the way, which is going to be interesting because in the comics he didn't have Jesus. He actually had Abraham's assault rifle or whatever they call it, machine gun. I think they call it. But
it's a big old gun.
I don't know if it was actually a machine gun, but that's gun technicalities. But so he had Abraham's gun, and he was in the back of the truck. And spoiler alert: if you're now just starting the comics, come back in about 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. So Carl jumps out the back of the truck and mows down several saviors, and Negan comes up and takes him prisoner, but doesn't harm him, and yada yada yada. And we're back.
Impressed.
So if you did leave out because of the spoilers, we're back. So I'm interested to see he didn't have Jesus with him in the comics. So maybe in spirit, but not in person. So, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
I think that's what's going to happen, though. and that's the reason that Rick, not to rescue Daryl, but to rescue Carl.
Yeah.
That's the reason they're going to go to the compound.
Well, and I hope we'll find out if he was Morse coding him. Again, if there's an article out
Dude,
that
he's
says
gotta
that
be
disproved.
The way that everybody's like saying, yeah, it's translated to East. I mean, people could be lying; they could not know Morse code at all. But I think that the way people are talking about it, it's that's what they're doing.
You were telling us the cool fact about Morse code, and someone actually pointed out that Negan was humming.
Yeah,
Beethoven's Fifth.
I haven't went back and seen it. I've seen it, but I want to see that because that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So don't worry
about it. You were too busy with your sticker headphones.
What was going on?
Cavity. Morse code was just invented using Beethoven's Fifth Symphony.
Oh, who knew?
Oh, we take a good
turn your head. I'm taking a picture of these headphones.
Get the right side. It's a much nicer
turn
side.
Your head, JP.
Look that way.
Turn your head.
I hate my side profile.
That's really good.
All right. So, anyways, Walking Dead stuff. While I get this picture, I need you to turn.
What else you want to talk about?
So, what do you think Carl is up to? Because in the comic, he was basically on a suicide mission to just kill as many people.
Oh, that's
as he
true.
wants.
How is he going to mow down? He's not going to be able to mow down anybody.
I feel like he's on the same mission. I think Carl just wants
he's going to kill somebody.
He does. I think maybe he's like going to try to infiltrate their little community.
Do you think he could die?
Save Daryl.
Because here's something interesting. Now, I don't think it necessarily means he's going to die, but Chandler Riggs, his 7-year contract is up. With AMC.
Just
they just, his dad tweeted something, talking about how dedicated his son was and how he had been through, school and all of this and never complained and how thankful he was to AMC and all of this, which, again, I don't think means he's going to die per se, but his contract is up. And from what I just read, both Rick and Daryl renegotiated their contracts for season 8. In season 8, I think right now they both make, and I think they both make the same. I think they both make $550,000, but $550,000 an episode. And starting season 8, 2 seasons from now, they're going to make $650,000 per episode. So Chandler Riggs may be renegotiating, but I mean, it's always a chance that he could. That
would be the next logical step as far as who else you could kill to have maximum
a deep
effect.
impact.
That'd either be Michonne or Carl.
Right.
That's the only two I could think of.
God, don't kill Michonne.
Not Michonne.
Please take Carl. Don't take Michonne. Well,
I agree.
I think collectively, that's one character they've done great with, and I think a lot of it is the actress too. She plays a very, very good Michonne, especially after seeing the video game and the comic versions of her. I think that she's captured it great. But
she always looks like she's thinking.
She looks very deep in thought, like a very absolutely. So I think that's one character though. I don't know anyone that doesn't like Michonne. Like when
probably
it was,
racist people.
Well, maybe. Yeah. But I know when it was to the whole, who are they killed thing, I think collectively everyone I talked to was like, well, it better not be Rick and Michonne, or it better not be Daryl or Michonne. Like, Michonne was always in the it better not be. You know what I mean?
And I hate that. Like, don't take that attitude. It should be whoever
they write
gives
it to be.
Right, whoever gives the best storyline to it. Like, I don't care who they kill, but it better not be. I mean, I'm not that attached to these characters that I don't want to see. I would like to see where the show goes if any one of them were to die.
JP says he's pretty much done if they kill Michonne.
Oh, yeah. Really?
But, pal, you were singing a different tune when Glenn went missing.
Well, because I like Glenn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was new and I was fresh to podcasting, and I was just saying whatever made you guys happy. But now I'm speaking my mind.
And you're fired.
Have a great day, guys. Take it easy. I'm Justin. I'm Matt. I'm JP. All right, bye.
Dun, dun, dun. But so I don't know. I think Carl is on a somewhat. I don't know if it's necessarily a suicide mission, but I think he is just bloodthirsty right now. Because I mean, he even told Enid, he's killing for him. He's not killing necessarily for. Well, he's not killing for Abraham or Glenn. He's killing for himself, and he told her, "I'm glad I saw it. I needed to see it in order to remember that when I kill him."
Mm-hmm. I guess at this point though, he's just got to kind of sneak in there like a ninja and like stealth kill him.
Do we think
slit his throat in the night or something?
Do we think that so? We've got several people on the who's going to try to kill Negan first, because it's bound to happen. Someone's going to take a pot shot at him. Mm-hmm. And it's looking like Carl might be the first, but a lot of folks saying they thought Rosita would be one. She's asking for the bullet.
Yeah.
Told Eugene to make her the bullet.
Going Jack Sparrow style, a single shot.
Yeah, that's what she said. Make me a bullet, not make me some bullets. Make me a bullet.
One bullet.
She's got one. She needs one bullet. So I don't know. I really hope that we pick up on this next week. I hope this isn't something where we go Back to the Kingdom, which I didn't see the next. Did y'all see what was happening next week?
I did, but I can't remember. But yeah, man, I was so worried.
I think we are back to Negan next
strictly
episode.
A hilltop episode. I was glad to see they jump around some.
I hope they start doing that in the future more.
I would like that a lot.
Even if you can't do Game of Thrones and tell like 4 or 5 stories in one episode, I mean, make it work. At least flash between like 2. I mean, you can handle doing 2. Just a little bit of Rick, a little bit of Maggie. Go back and forth.
What was a lady nurse that Matt hated? What was her girlfri's name?
Oh, Tara.
We're gonna catch up with her.
You know what? That'll
episode.
probably be next episode.
Which they said in the weeks to come on The Walking Dead. So I don't know. I guess they were showing multiple clips. Of multiple episodes.
You mentioned Tara. You mentioned anyone that wasn't the main cast, and Matt fell asleep.
I thought you liked Tara.
No,
I know you didn't.
I know you started talking about the nurse, and that just
Denise.
Here's a cool category.
The nurse, Denise, whatever.
Here's a Denai Guerrera who plays.
Oh wow, look at that.
That's who plays Michelle.
They're not gonna care.
Yeah. All right, so here's an interesting thing we've never done. Let's see, what deaths do you want to see this season? We'll play a little game here. Number 1, I'm going to say Spencer. I want Spencer to die because Spencer's just been a little bitch the whole time.
Yeah.
I want to see Gregory die because he's just a little bitch. I feel like JP likes Gregory.
Again, calling him a bitch is just unfair to bitches.
It is. He's way beyond bitch.
I really think Gregory was looking out because he knew that closet was full of stuff.
But he probably thought they were in there.
But at the same time, he didn't want Jesus to think that. He wants Jesus to know, like, look, I'm ruthless, I'm cold, I'm calculating. I know you were hiding them. I didn't want them to get caught, but I want you to think that I wanted them to get caught.
I don't think Gregory's capable of that kind of complex
thinking. It's like
thinking.
a double cross.
Or else he wouldn't be the Savior's bitch.
He wants them to think that.
Really? I don't know. I think he's just a
slimy bastard.
Yeah. There we go. That's better.
He's a good iteration of a politician.
Ooh,
he's an ass-kissing, slimy bastard,
Yeah.
So Gregory showing us. I want to see Spencer go. I want to see Gregory bite the dust. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else. I don't think there's really anybody. Dwight, I wouldn't mind seeing Dwight bite the dust.
Oh, yeah, that's
now that I'm not
later,
as mad
though.
at Daryl. Now I'm actually interested in Daryl. Now they've got some interesting story arc for Daryl. It's not just, we need to get people. We don't need to get people. Now, I mean, you've got him in a very weird position. So I'm actually enjoying the Daryl story. So I'll take Daryl off my
I like him when he doesn't
list.
say anything in any of the episodes.
it's the best. But so I'm taking Daryl off, but I wouldn't mind. So I'm going to say Spencer and Gregory right now at the top of my Simon. Is that right hand man? Just because I want him to go, not because he's pissed me off so bad yet, but because he seems like a big threat. Some of these guys are just kind of like Dwight seems like he does what Negan says when he knows Negan's looking, but you can kind of tell if Negan turns his back. Dwight might take advantage. I think Simon is just flat out loyal to Negan. Do you know what I mean? I mean, he's this little, just lapdog. He'll do whatever. So that makes him really dangerous. So I'm going to say Simon, Gregory, Spencer, and if you read the comics, I think you see Spencer's death is probably coming soon. And I hope to God they do it the way they do in the comics.
Oh, they've got to, man. Such a pivotal scene.
Parents that on the parent committee that were complaining, don't let your kids watch. Which then again, a TV show about zombies eating people, I wouldn't recommend you let your kids watch anyways, but especially not when Spencer dies. So yeah, Gregory, Spencer, Simon, and Dwight wouldn't bother me if he died. Nah. Maybe Dwight will die. That'll be the twist the comic readers don't see, and Daryl will take Dwight's place. Because Dwight was pretty much in the same position in the comics as Daryl is, in the sense of he worked for Negan and he did what he was told to do, but he hated Negan. Like he wouldn't miss an opportunity to topple him.
You think he's gonna melt Daryl's face? He's probably gonna melt Daryl's face.
Oh, that would be cool.
He's flirting with that.
You melt Daryl's face and we ride.
Give Daryl the iron. Oh, that's brilliant.
You better not mess up that pretty face.
And Matt there representing every soccer mom that watches The Walking Dead.
No, I ain't gonna watch it if you do that. You might as well just cut his hair off too.
You're really good at the soccer mom.
Thank you.
I mean, that's a good soccer
I've known a lot of them
mom.
in my day.
Oh Lord,
A lot of them.
That's a good. How well did you know them?
Not in the biblical sense.
he ate his fair share of orange wedges.
I didn't know
just say
that.
that.
There were ball games played.
Yeah, I've eaten a couple of snackables in my day. If you
Okay.
know what I'm saying. I've had a couple of Hot Pockets, if you get my drift.
So
I've had a couple of Little Debbies, if you hear me.
keep them going. This is
I've had a couple of baby carrots in my mouth every now and then.
Moving on.
I've had that peanut butter and applesauce. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of kid snacks now. I've ridden in a minivan, if you get my drift.
I literally have. My mom had one all through high school.
Oh darn!
But it wasn't that exciting. But
You baby.
But yeah, so I'm trying to think. Okay, I know there's something we're leaving out. I've gotten so sidetracked this episode.
Dude,
I really enjoyed this
everything.
episode, but Maggie a badass because she came to the rescue. You know, she's the one being told to rest.
We got to see Jesus in action,
despite Gregory being a little. Again, beyond a bitch.
There you go. Oh, I like that.
Well, you know, he knows these two women just watched their lovers, you know, get their heads bashed in through baseball bats, and all he's worried about is, you know, and I love what Jesus told him because, you know, Gregory's like, well, then he might think that we had a deal with them, and Jesus is like, we did. You did make a deal with these people to kill Negan. How about be a man and deal with the consequences? Not just try to, you know, weasel your way out of it.
Because he's a weasel.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like Rick is playing checkers, Gregory's playing chess right now. That's how I feel. Like, Rick is just going move to move, and Gregory, he's thinking
Gregory's
things
playing
out.
The long game.
Yeah, he's got the horses, he's got the little
I think you're just giving Gregory way more credit than he deserves.
No,
I think he's just your typical
This is right up there with the whole Carl being dead
You
thing.
got to look at the bigger picture, and that...
We need a whole, you know what? We need an entire, that may be a segment we do. If you were, you know, watched last week, you know, obviously we're trying to expand out to maybe doing theories and things like that. Aside from the weekly podcast, perhaps we could start a whole new segment and just call it JP's Wild Theories.
And just give him 45 seconds to a minute.
And a few minutes to just give out his, you know, Gregory's actually a smart guy. Because I think the majority of the Walking Dead fan base right now just sees him as a slimy little bastard who's only got his own interest in mind and is actually, even though he tries to play cool, calm, and calculated, he's actually pretty, like, I don't want to say instinctive, but, like, you know, he acts on the go. Like, he doesn't actually plan anything. I think they show up, he's like, oh crap, hold on, I've got to...
Yeah, guys, my parents came back, calm down. Everybody shut up.
Yeah, right, yeah. Like, hides his friends in the closet and is like,
that's funny.
I just don't think he's, I mean, he could be. I mean, maybe he'll surprise us, but I think Gregory's just a baby back bitch.
No, y'all are going to be eating so much crow here at the mid-season
I wouldn't mind
finale.
eating some baby back ribs.
Oh, that sounds good.
I do. Yeah, I love them.
Baby back crow.
What was it? Justin Bieber? I mean, not Justin Bieber. Justin Timberlake. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. Didn't he do that?
Did he do that?
Did he do that? I don't. Maybe
I remember those Chili's commercials.
Every time I think about baby back ribs, I think of Justin Timberlake.
All right, that's weird. Okay,
I'm not the one wearing Lisa Frank headphones. Leave me alone.
Yeah, that's kind of like people who sings. Is that Natalie Imbruglia who sings "Arms of an Angel"? It's Jewel, right? Who sings "Arms of an Angel"? Fiona,
Sarah McLachlan.
Sarah McLachlan. There we go. Whenever I see dogs, I think of Sarah McLachlan.
Yeah, true that. Every time I see a dog on the side of the street, I just start singing "In the Arms of an Angel."
I wish I had a buzzer.
Man, I told you have the voice of an angel. You cannot sing in front of JP.
I'm sorry,
JP, it's okay. It's going to be okay.
I about got into it. That's all. I was going to cry.
Did you feel like you were watching yourself?
Yeah, I did. I had an out-of-body experience.
I bet that was fantastic.
It really was.
So I'm trying to think as we wrap this podcast up. I think we covered the majority of it.
Nothing
I know
much
we
happened.
were very ADD this episode. I apologize.
We still covered everything.
You know. But I'm trying to think. So Rick's out on a scavenging run. Michonne planted the big one on him. Carl and Enid. Definitely starting to go down that romance. Comic readers, I'm interested to see if this is going to kind of take the place of what's Alpha's daughter's name in the comic book. Do you remember off the top of your head?
Omega.
I can't remember, but Enid might be kind of taking like Sophia's place because there's kind of a budding, relationship
Enid.
there, and then Alpha's daughter, whoever, kind of steps in with that old wild thing and, jumps on him.
Yeah, so you're right.
She's
You're very well, she
Oh.
is kind of taking Sophia's place because she's also, kind of like Maggie's adopted daughter in a way. In that comics, they had Sophia, and now she's got Enid she's kind of watching over. So she kind of is stepping into the role of Sophia. You're right. That's a good. So
we've made a lot of bold predictions this episode. A lot of revelations.
Carl has gotten his first kiss. Let's see, Carl. I'm very excited to see how this is going to play out between Jesus and Carl. Definitely a great episode for Jesus though, because it's like I was telling I was watching it with my family, and I said, Jesus actually, like in the comics today, he's a big part of it. He's not just a side character in the way that like maybe Abraham was. Like he's actually one of the key players in it. So I mean, I definitely think we're going to start seeing more of him. So I'm glad we started moving in that direction because I really like the character of Jesus.
He's basically Maggie's right hand, and Maggie is poised to take charge of the hilltop. So
and she's going to. I loved when she punched Gregory. I loved it. Didn't he make a reference like trading sex for something?
Well, he was like, we should talk about that in private or whatever. And they were like, how dare you? And he meant it, but then he backtracked. He's like, I'm not talking about it like that.
Sasha's on the rebound. Why not at least try?
I mean, if you ask 100 times, you're bound to get a yes at least once.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't take guys. I think that's rape,
dude. No.
Don't take their
advice. Fellas, don't take no for an answer. Just keep bugging them all night long until you wear them.
No means no. Damn it.
Women love it when you stalk their Facebook and find out everything about them, like their class schedule and work schedule.
I love podcasting with you two. I absolutely would not trade this podcast for anything.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's great.
When you're looking at a girl's profile that you're not friends with and you accidentally hit that add button and you're just like, oh, what do I do now?
Just wait. Time is
something interesting. We're all talking about the possibility. We all have our own little man caves, and we're all, we're actually talking about the possibility of in the future, not right now, but maybe doing some live, like some video podcasting from the man room. Or man rooms, and also like maybe doing some live.
The men's room.
I would very much like to podcast there
from the men's room. But doing some like live video podcasting. Once we get a big enough, we don't want to do a live stream in there. We do have some loyal listeners, but I mean, like all 7 of you guys, we want to get a crowd going. So once we get
don't downplay us. It's at least 9.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. But we do plan to do like some live streaming, maybe some, cool. Like some live discussions of The Walking Dead, because we love talking to each other, but it'd be great to be able to allow the listeners to interact and give their feedback, because that's, what we're here for, to discuss the show. So lots of fun things coming. Once we get to 300, we'll release a prize. We have some Walking Dead prizes from the show, so it's really cool. So hit that subscribe button if you're new, and like I said, once we get to 300, we'll just look at our list of subscribers. We'll throw all the names into a hat, pull one out.
Yes,
pretty easy.
I like that idea.
Once we get to 1,000, if you guys ever can help us get to, or not if you ever, you are going to, I know it, but when we get to 1,000, it's not an if. When we get to 1,000 views, we'll do something big. I mean, some kind of big. I said views.
We're going to kill
1,000
JP.
Subscribers.
Oh. Chop his head right off.
You said you put it back, though.
I will. We'll put it
he
back.
Gets to keep his head as long as he forever, from now forward, wears those headphones.
That's a good stipulation. But the minute those suckers come off, Bo.
That mic's on, those headphones better.
You are done.
But yes, I was getting tongue-tied there. But once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we'll do something amazing. I don't know what off the top of my head, but it'll be great. We've given away, so I think if you've been with us for the long haul, we give away some awesome prizes. I mean, if you're a Walking Dead fan, we've definitely, I'm proud of the prizes we've given away. So we will keep that going and only make it better. So once we get to 1,000...
If you don't believe us, go to Sanburbia Pictures on YouTube. He did a wonderful video about
his knife. That was a really cool video.
That was so good.
I like that video.
And he's commented a time or two on our new stuff. So glad to know that you're
still
one of those
loyal, one of those 9 people that listens.
We love all 9 of you and the rest of you. So if you're new, hit that subscribe button. At 300, we'll draw a name, give a prize, and then once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we'll do something fantastic, and trust me, it won't disappoint. So
that's awesome.
Share it with your friends, like it if you enjoyed this.
What do you grade this episode?
Oh yeah, I'm glad, man. You taking that's my job.
I'm sorry. I just want to say, I'm just thinking about it. 6. I give it a 6.5, but it was a 6.0. But Jesus' flying kick brought it up a whole 0.5%.
Flying kicks. There were definitely more.
Oh, there were more than one. I only needed one, and I blacked out from the amazement.
Let him kick it on up to a 7.
6.7.
Jesus, he's spinning around.
I'll go
kicking.
6.7.
Okay.
We'll give him a chance to build it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you going to give it, JP?
I'll do like 7.5.
Okay.
75.
What? 75.
Where did we go above 10?
Going up 10.
Look, that's just where my heart is.
I think those headphones are on a little too tight.
7.5 for JP, and I'm going to land it at. I was going to probably go 7.5. I'll give it.
Don't be afraid.
I'll give it an 8.
Go 8.
I'll give it an 8.
Yes.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the fact that we're seeing some progress between seeing what's happening in 2 different.
Oh, well, you can both go to hell, so okay.
We always can expect Matt to rate the episodes a little lower.
I'm a realist. What can I say? One day I'm gonna rate an episode like a 9. I think I did that one time. Where I rated it a 9.5.
And we probably both were like,
I lose sleep over that,
5.
Justin. I lose sleep over
solid 5.
Jesus.
So as always, we've had a good time. Expect to see us. We're trying to put more content out, so I'm sure you'll see something pop up again. So subscribe if you haven't to keep up with all the stuff that we're doing. And thanks for listening.
As long as you listen, we'll keep talking dead.
Absolutely.
I took that away from that. Thank you.
I'm Justin.
Hey, I'm Matt.
JP.
He's here to do it.
And we'll see you next time.